Ladies and gentlemen, today our topic is about grammar part. As you see from the book, the title Language in Action part of our book is about the grammar part. What's grammar? I know that sometimes you don't like to studying grammar, but today's topic is a little bit just enjoyable for you. I just want to engage you from your own examples. Like for example, what is the topic today? Used to, didn't used to, okay? So would and possible, what are the difference between them? Yes, we are always using used to, didn't used to, would and possible, but what are the difference between them? Let me just give you my own life. For example, used to. For example, in the past, you did something in a habit, but now you don't do it. It's a kind of expression that we use to explain this kind of behaviors that we do it used to. For example, I used to ride a bicycle in the past, but now I don't. Okay. What about didn't used to? Didn't used to is the actions that you did in the past as a habit for some time, maybe more than maybe 1 year or more than 2 months. Okay. So these kinds of expressions are explained by didn't used to. You didn't do it in the past, but now you do it. Like what? For example, I didn't used to eat vegetables in the past, but now I can or I do. So these kinds of expressions, that is for didn't used to. What about past simple? What is the difference between past simple and didn't used to and used to? Past simple is the actions that happened only once in the past, but used to and didn't used to is the actions that became a habit in the past. So, what about would? Would is the same meaning with used to, as you know. So, but we don't use used to, would, with the stative verbs. Like what? Stative verbs and the actual active verbs. Let me give you an explanation about definition of the stative verbs and active verbs. Stative verbs are the verbs that you feel about feelings, okay? You cannot see word directly, maybe. It's not about the movement, maybe, right? So you cannot see any movement. But action verbs are the words that you move, act like, okay, so. Believe, for example, believe, feel are the stative verbs. For example, play and then swim and drive. These are the active verbs that you can easily or you can directly see what is happening. Okay, let's go on from the examples that are better for you to explain. Used to, would, and past simple part. Okay, the first one. These are the examples of used to, and this part is for past simple, okay? And we will discuss about the difference between them. The first one is, for example, I used to dream about living in a used or would. Which one is correct? Okay, that's asking to us here. So, let me just show all the answers and discuss it later together. Okay? I used to dream about living in a different country. I used to dream about living in a country. It is that. So you were dreaming in the past, but now you don't. Okay? Maybe you are in different places. You are happy with the places that you are. I used to dream about living in a different country, and this is the negative form. This is the negative form. This is the positive form of the used to. Look at the negative form of the used to. I didn't used to be adventurous. In the past, you were so calm. You mean like this, but now, but now you are not calm. You just want to be adventurous. Okay. So what about the next one? The next one is about the example from the question part. Did Lucy used to be adventurous? What are the difference between them? For the positive sentence, these are all, as you know, the past tense. This is past tense, and with past tense, we are using verb to form with the positive sentences, but with the negative sentences after didn't, we are using verb for, as we see from the examples. With the question marks as well, we are using verb one for the question. What about my classmate who always help me that? Okay, would the same meaning with used to. Okay, so what is the difference between them? Used is used for all of the things. Okay. Used to is used for all of the active verbs, but didn't used to, would is used only with the stative verbs. Okay? So, This is a past simple. Let's make the reference. I went on a reindeer safari. You went on a reindeer safari. This is only happened once in the past. So we have used this one. And I didn't speak much Spanish. This is the action that is past simple tense. And then this only happened in the once. That's we cannot use. I used to go to safari, okay, in the past so much. So
it's break time.
Okay.
Refresh.
This is the bell of our thing, and then we don't use for the actions only happen in the past, only once happened in the past with the use case. So for this kind of reason, we are using past simple. Look at an example. I went on a reindeer safari. I didn't speak much Spanish. Did learn a lot of Spanish. These are all the active words, but only happened once. Okay. So let's go on the other exercises of them. Okay. What is next? What is next? Okay. I think this is the definition of. Okay. We use the and would to talk about situations that continued and actions that happened more than once in the past. Which one? Use the and would or possible? It is the question that's asking to us. Of course, if it happened more than once, we are using use the and would. What about and use the and would of the past simple to happen only once? Of course, past simple. The most important part of this topic is we use the and would for the that happened more than once in the past, but for the past simple, we are using past simple that happened only once actions. Okay. So guys, I hope it's better for you to be useful for use the and didn't use. I have tried to explain it. I hope it will be useful for your future understanding. Thanks a lot so much for listening. Be careful.